Yeah. Did you ever feel a moment of
Like babies.
frustration and conflict? Yeah. When was that?
Like, just, I wanted you to say, like, do this, and you wouldn't.
That's part of the process.
No.
That's why we collaborate. Yeah. I could have come in and said, do this, that's cute. You know, do this, do that. And
I think that was the kindness of it. I think that was the grace
of it. That's kind of the beauty of the collaboration.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
All right. Have a good show, everybody.
Thanks. Do good, do good.
And it's cold.
Oh my God. The way the process will go is it'll start with improvisation.
Trying to choreograph a piece with 24 of us. It's like trying to order Chinese food without one person being in charge, and we would never eat. This is scary.
I've never done this before. I've never worked with this large of an age range in the same group making a piece, so it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. Let's do a little bit of partnering so we can learn some techniques and stuff that we're gonna add in. Okay, so volunteer for me. Andy, okay. Okay, we're just gonna revisit our weight sharing. Andy and I, we're gonna hold hands and we're gonna share weight leaning away from each other. So you're gonna have to really be heavy.
How do you like Rebecca?
Oh, yeah.
I like
Weights in your hips.
She explains stuff really.
nicely.
Yeah.
And it's like really easy, all the movements that she explains.
Really, there we go. Good.
My feet are slipping, I'm sorry.
I weigh too much.
This is definitely creative. It's not, we're not being told to move right, move left, and, 3 steps forward. It's allowing us to sort of interpret. And when they brought the drums with John Marshall and his group, that's added a whole nother dimension. They don't try to mirror us, they don't try to direct us, but they give us a foundation on which to sort of perform out of without directing us with a beat or a music that's set.
Musically, I like that a lot. How will I know it?
Why don't we call that, if you remember to say Geely to me. Yeah. Or I can remember, or just xylophone, just say xylophone music.
Code word Geely.
Code word Geely, or xylophone music.
Almost nobody's done this before. And so Rebecca gives us some guidance.
The ideas that I want to try, and you just have to fool around with it on your own. Elena, you'll come and you're just gonna sit there. Can we hold like that? Because it'll be a stronger grip. Okay. Great. And you can hold on to our shoulders so that you're secure. Are you secure? Look at you, so brave. All right. So we might be, some kind of shape, and then we're gonna pull out, and she's gonna raise up. Okay?
Nobody knows any better. Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like or what it's not. There's nothing that is supposed to look like anything. And I don't know if everybody thinks the way I think about it working sometimes and not working sometimes. You certainly know it when you do something that feels really good.
I'm the boss. How high do you want to go?
Really high.
Really high.
Like that.
Okay, now go like a rag doll over my shoulders.
Ragdoll falling. Oh, no. Oh my God. That was cool.
There's so many different personalities in this group, and Rebecca is faced with the challenge of using everybody in different ways, together, individually. And so I think what she will do is to see who works well together, who works well independently, and group, and build different sorts of relationships that way.
I can see that there are the themes that are coming through, and I'm sure that we'll make use of the age span. I think that's definitely a theme. Like last night, we did a lot of the playground concept.
Tell us, and then maybe we can build upon that and keep it in mind when we're in.
I've told you little bits about it, and I think we are starting to build on that. And I'm already seeing, flickers of ideas. You don't know what is going to come out of it, but something great always does. So you just have to trust in the process. Does anyone else have any thoughts about what we're doing? It really helps me to hear your input.
Keep the part where Chris picked up Elena and William picked up Bethany.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Changing leaders.
Okay. Some was slow, some was fast.
You climb from the legs to the shoulders.
And all of a sudden there was height, and we were airborne.
We were building onto another object, one after another. No, not that one, right before when we had the groups. when the two men were kind of locked, it was almost like a warrior thing.
There's contracting movements, and then there's like expanding movements. It didn't just start with a bang. It really grew within the group, which was nice.
That they peaked at first, and then they all three came out at once, and I turned to Whitney, and it's like whack-a-mole. They all came out at once. It was whack-a-mole.
You might be afraid that you're going to hurt someone, but you're doing a lot of the work if you're going on top of someone.
Right.
So it's not just that it's your weight on top of someone who you think you're going to crush.
Yeah.
You know, it's the stretching and the resistance.
From a musical point of view, sometimes you got to get rid of a lot of notes and then start throwing things out, eliminating some extras and concentrating on what's essential, versus what's not essential.
Right. Takes time.
Takes time.
Yeah, it does take time.
Yeah.
It's going fairly well. I think that if we work harder and get more things together, it would be a whole lot better because then we'll know what we're doing. I feel like this is a whole lot of warm-ups. A lot of warm-ups.
Like, we don't have any material and there's pretty much a month to go.
It's hard to get a consensus among 24 people.
Certainly. And that's why I think it's good to work in these little groups.
Yes.
Because you can develop something and then show the group. I mean, it's a lot to come up with this many people in 2 months. We've never worked
Right.
together.
Oh, I feel like we're just starting to get it when we walk in. We're just starting to know each other better, more predictably. It's good.
It is.
And then you flipped over, and then she went over your shoulder, and then you lifted her up, and then I supported her on.
You stayed there, and I came over here and went like this. She could crawl onto my back and slide down.
So the washes are, as we left them last time, the one group doing the, sorry. And then the second group with the walk.
Now, I'm trying to get a different position. Why don't you drop your knee down to my hip and put your legs out behind you.
Can you stick your legs out more, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, now that's cool.
Wow,
Hips
that's
flying.
much better.
If you put it like that, yeah. Because then that's a good sign. Then there's not all this movement of and then you can just go from. When you start moving forward, have it.
I don't know what everyone's going to be doing, so I want to be here while the whole idea is worked out, so I can get an idea of what I'm going to have to emphasize and what I'm going to have to de-emphasize.
Starting to think about how all of our sections are going to make sense together, but maybe the family thing that we've got with Chris and Charles and Joy, and no, not Joy, Deborah and Elena.
I almost kind of see that the four of them being our thread, and they go to the playground and see what happens, and they go to the ocean and see what happens, or maybe
That's a possibility.
One of the concepts was sort of a flowing underwater theme.
I woke up the other morning and I had this dream of us all in this underwater environment where a lot of the adults were seaweed or rocks, and then there were schools of fish that were the children going by, and there were little scuttling crabs and things, and it was just more images that I saw us doing together. I saw actually Chris and smaller people hiding in the rocks.
Yeah, there's the crab, right? So the idea of this, which is important, is that you've gone from the playground, it's happy, upbeat, you know, things are moving, and then this is going to be kind of fluid, you know, fluid and slow and dreamy. It's all underwater.
This is the part you're not allowed to do.
You made a mistake.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, when I see a performance, these moments of comedy really give it the richness of life. When you have a full range of emotional content in a piece, it makes it more like a full experience for me when I see that whole range. And comedy is often what's missing. As this group, I mean, just the pairings of certain people, just them together, there's a comic element in it. And we could really explore that and exploit that, you know, in a good way, because it's here. You know, we don't have to do anything, it's already present. So what can we do to enhance that?
It's getting better. Much better. Okay, and let's go ahead. With your legs, bring one leg down. There. Okay, so let's pause and figure out our formation here.
Yeah, that's great.
You get the slaps too.
Yeah, yeah.
Branch out this
So that's in the palm of your hand.
branch out that way, you know, so it pattern.
And the rib, do you ever do anything with that?
I'm gonna make it more of a bureau.
Yeah. Because you could do like with a little wooden.
Like this size and the shape.
Yeah.
I'll make you one something.
A very good idea.
Now that was good. That was good. I don't know what happened, but that was good.
That was a good one. We're getting better. Tidal wave's getting better.
All right, let's do the whole thing again. I can't believe it's the last week. Does everybody know the general order? Yeah, shall I talk it through for you?
Are we ready? No.
Not ready for performance.
Do you feel like you've come a far way?
We're coming.
I feel like we've come away.
Come a long ways.
But I feel also like we have a ways to go.
There seems to be a long ways to go.
I'm really nervous, and I told you I wouldn't be. I don't anticipate being nervous at all. By then, I think we'll be really prepared. But I'm extremely nervous.
I think everybody's a little nervous. I know it will come together. We've pretty much got the beginning, the middle, and the end, and we now need to clean it and run it and run it and run it. Even if you've perfected it, you're always going to need more time. So you have to just sort of bite the bullet.
More stuff is being added, so I think it should be more laid out, like in order more and stuff.
So Deborah will fall down flat on her face. Is that what you're afraid of?
Miscues.
Miscues. Oh well, if you fall down flat on your face, I'll make sure I fall too.
I have a good feeling about it, and also, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be, and I think it's going to be pretty good. And I came here mostly to see the process more than the end result. That's what I'm into.
But over the course of time, it's been wonderful to see the evolution of relationships and how much the children have learned and integrated with the adults and the adults with the children.
Really wonderful to work with so many different styles and personalities and ages and sizes, and it's been great. It's a really great group of people, and I think everybody's definitely learned and grown a bit from this. So.
After the whole process, 3 months from now, you're going to be on stage. What do you think it's going to be about?
I'm not sure what it's going to be about, but I sort of think it would be cool if it were about everyone's relationships. William gets down. No, we can't. That's what you said. I know, but we don't have enough time.
Yeah, we do.